And so that's why your, HFC, Hilarity for Charity, is so phenomenal. And I want you to talk about that because I remember that stage. And you also don't know where to look to find
Uh,
care. You don't know what resources are out there. You don't know what you can afford, if you can continue to afford it. I mean, we'll talk about that in a second, but just can you talk, Seth, a little bit about HFC and what it does and how it provides these resources for people who need care, need a break, need support?
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think up until you know, this moment in our lives when Lauren's mother needed care and her father was attempting to care for her on his own. Um, it was actually maybe one of the first times I didn't grow up with a lot of money by any means. Financial issues were like a constant issue for my family, and a lot of decisions we made in our lives were like,
Mine as well.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
like motivated by the fact that we didn't have a lot of money. But that being said, I think that this moment was the first moment, there's a plane if you can hear it, where like having a good amount of resources was like the definitive thing between our lives being livable and not livable. And
Mm.
it was in that moment where you're like, oh, and this is so common. And then you just start to realize, like, okay, let's pretend we were just two people in our 20s who I didn't happen to have like an insanely high paying job, and Lauren is a writer and director, and she gets paid well, and her brother luckily gets paid well, and between the three of us, we had like a great amount of financial resources, you know. But if we did it, what would we do? Lauren's father would have to take care of her mother. We'd have to move them out of Florida. We'd have to quit our jobs to help take care of them. We would then have no resources of our own, and our life and like five people's lives would essentially be ruined, you know? And it just became so clear that if you are a young person dealing with parents who are just aging, there is like no infrastructure to support you, slash, it might ruin your life. Um, and that just isn't how it should be. And I think America especially has abandon its aging community. And I think culturally, America treats its aging population much differently slash worse than a lot of other countries do. And the burden then falls on the younger people also. So even if that is their philosophy and they don't care about older people, the burden is falling on young people and ruining the lives of people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, who have to abandon their careers and their income to take care of their parents, you know?
Yeah.
And it just shouldn't be like that. So we created a program where you can apply for grants, and we will pay to have in-home care come to your house and take care of your loved one, so you can have a job and go do things, and this thing that is very natural and common does not ruin your entire life, you know?